PC stutter. This is one of the most common complaints in PC gaming. I've had it myself on how that should have make it impossible. Here's my spec. This is what I'm running. It's a beast and it stutters anyway. So I went looking for a fix. I watched a stack of videos. They all genuinely work, just not for everyone. PC stutter is at least two different problems. They wear the same symptoms. Fix the wrong one and you'll be right back here next week. Before you click on any of those fixed videos, let's find out which one you actually got. There's an easy way to tear them apart. If the stutter gets better the longer you play, that's one type. If it's still stuttering hours later, that's a different one. No matter what settings you change, they have different causes. They need different fixes. The best way to see the difference is simple. Run the same game on another machine and watch what happens. Take the same game, put it on a console and put it on a powerful gaming PC. The PC should win easily. It has a better graphics card, more memory, way more raw power. But play both back to back and something strange happens. The console usually runs smoother. The PC, the stronger machine, is the one that stutters, and that doesn't add up. If this was really about power, the weaker machine should have struggled, not the stronger one. Console can hitch too, but developer builds a console abusing for one exact machine, one chip, one setup, always the same. That makes it far easier to test everything ahead of time. Developers can prepare for it. They can catch problems before you even see them. A PC doesn't give developers that luxury. Some of what looks broken on your PC is really just unfinished work. The real question is what a console let developer prepare for that a PC doesn't. Whatever the answer is, it comes down to one thing: work. A fixed machine makes that work far easier to prepare for, long before you even press play. When the game freezes, your first thought is to blame the graphics card. You think it's working too hard, falling behind. Fair enough, but that's not what is happening. The graphics card isn't falling behind, it's just waiting. Nobody told it what to do yet. Every effect you see in a game runs on a shader, a small program that tells the graphics card how to draw something. A shiny surface, a shadow, a smoke from a fire. Think of a shader like a recipe. Most people miss this part. Having a recipe isn't enough. Before a new combination of lighting, materials and effect can appear on screen, the game has to put together a full setup, every recipe in it wired together, ready to run for that exact moment. On PC, that setup sometimes doesn't exist yet, not until the second you need it. So it has to be built right then while the game is already running, while you are mid-fight or walking into a new room. Using that setup takes away time the game doesn't have to spare while you are playing, so it does the only thing it can do. It pauses just long enough to finish putting it together, then it hands it over. The graphics card finally knows what to do. It draws the effect. The game keeps moving like nothing happens. That is one common kind of shader stutter: graphics being prepared too late. Your PC is assembling something for the very first time, live in the exact moment you are trying to play, and this explains something else. One game runs perfectly smooth on a PC and another game on the exact same hardware stutters constantly. But why? Each game ships with a different amount of that setup work already finished. Some studios spend real time and budget preparing shaders ahead of release. Others ships with almost none of it done, which means your PC ends up building all of it live the first time you play the game. Same machine, same graphics card, completely different homework left for it to do. Which brings up the next question: if this is so well understood, why hasn't anyone fixed it? By now, you think the story is finished. The game builds what it needs once. It learns your PC. The stutters fade, play long enough, and it should go away completely. For some shader stutter, that's true, but not always. Some players still feel the same hitch as in days in, long after the game should have already know what it's doing. So they try the obvious fix: a faster SSD, more RAM, a better drive. That helps for some people. For plenty of others, it changes nothing. There's one thing that confuses people even more. You lower your graphics setting, you expect relief. Instead, the stutter gets worse. That sounds backwards, but quality settings aren't always the same effect just running cheaply. In many games, each preset use a different combination of effect and shaders. It's basically its own recipe. So when you drop from high to medium, the game doesn't just do less work. You can be forced to build a brand new set of shader setups once it's never used before. And when that work happens while you're playing, you get a fresh new stutter. You didn't remove the problem, you trigger a different version of it, but that's a different flavor of the same problem. The one that actually ties to how fast your files load is its own story. This second stutter comes down to how much work has to happen once the files arrive. Open world games don't load everything at once. They can't. The world is too big. So instead, the game loads pieces of it as you move. The next street, the next buildings, the next room, right before you need to see it. Getting the files off the drive is only step one. The game still has to unpack them. It has to make room in memory. It has to build the objects, then place everything into the wall around you live while you're walking towards it. A faster drive can hand the data over sooner, but it can't do the unpacking and building for you. A lot of that work can still land on the processor, memory, graphics system, at the worst possible moment. The bottleneck could be the storage or the processor or both landing at the same moment. This stutter is a workload problem, and workload problem doesn't care how much you spend on storage alone. So now there are two stutters, one that fades and one that doesn't fully go away, which raises the real question: if this one is built into how game works, is there anything that can actually be done about it? This isn't a mystery nobody cracked, and that stings a little. Fixed hardware makes a huge class of this problem much easier to solve. Developers can prepare for them before a player ever sees them. You can see that today on a Steam Deck. Valve has a tightly controlled target, the Steam Deck family, Steam OS, and a non-graphics setup that make it far easier to repair graphics work ahead of time before players ever reach those moments in the game. It doesn't erase every possible stutter. A badly built game can still hitches even on a Steam Deck, but it removes a massive chunk of that guesswork developers would have otherwise been doing live on your machine in the middle of a fight. So why doesn't that reach the rest of PC gaming? A regular gaming PC is millions of combinations, different graphics cards, different drivers, different processors, all mixed together in the ways no studio can fully predict. Preparing for one console means preparing for one target. Preparing for PC means preparing for millions of them. That doesn't mean developers are stuck. They can still prepare a large share of what a game needs ahead of time. They can test the route most player actually takes through a level. They can prepare for those first. They can start looting the next area earlier before you even reach the door. None of that is new. It's just work, and it takes time and budget. Time and budget a studio has to choose to spend, and it's starting to get easier. Microsoft has a system called Advanced Shader Delivery that's rolling out right now. It prepares shaders in the cloud for every graphics card a game supports, then enhance your PC the version built exactly for your setup instead of making your PC build everything live on its own. It started on a specific handheld. It's since expanded to more Windows PCs and more graphics card brands. It's not everywhere yet. This is a supply chain problem, and supply chain problem get solved. That leaves you somewhere concrete. You are not waiting on a single patch to fix everything, and you are not stuck blaming your hardware every time a game hitches. Your PC is built from parts you choose, a graphics card you pick, a processor you pick, drivers, settings, upgrades, all mixed into a combination that might not exist anywhere else in the world. That's the whole point of a PC. You can build anything, upgrade anything, run anything, but that same freedom is exactly what makes the job harder for developers. There's no one setup to aim for. There are millions of moving targets, and hitting all of them every time is genuinely very hard. A powerful PC can't fix work a game failed to finish in time. That's the part people get backward. They see a stutter, they blame the hardware, but what actually happens is preparation that show up too late. Consoles make the preparation easier. Developers know exactly what machine they are building for. PC gaming makes it harder. Every player's machine is different, so when a game stutters on your PC, you are not always looking at a weak system. You are often looking at a shortcut someone took or a deadline that won somewhere upstream of you. The tools to fix more of this are already showing up. They are just not everywhere yet. Some of this is still in your hand. When a game gives you a shader combination step before you start playing, let it finish. Do not skip it. That moves some of the work out of the moment you are actually playing. That's the moment it can turn into a stutter. It won't fix every kind of stutter, but it's one of the few things that you can control right now. The bigger fixes still depend on the game itself. So next time your frame rate looks fine, but the game still hitches, you will know why you are seeing a machine that has to build part of the game itself live while you are playing, because nobody built it for you ahead of time. So that's the entire understanding of stutter on a PC gaming. So see you next time.